So Nene is in her feelings because she heard, quote unquote, that Porsha went to production and said she didn't want to work with her. She said she texted Porsha before she made this video. But you're so disappointed. Why not pick up the phone, call, and talk to Porsha to see if that was accurate? This damn social media gonna be the death of me. Why you come to social media to address Porsha is just weird to me. Yes, you could feel a way about what you heard about what Porsha said, but I also didn't get the empathy of someone going through a divorce, like you went through a divorce. It's like you and Porsha are cool, and because your dude is hanging out with Simon, you feel like Porsha feel away. But you said he can't change the relationship between you and Porsha. And you should have reached out to Porsha when she was going through the divorce. You should have. Like, take some accountability for this. If it's true that Porsha said what she said, maybe she just in her feelings that you was not there for her. Was it right for her to go to production? Maybe not. But Porsha also wasn't in the movie. She excused herself from the movie. You got the role. What's the problem? Nobody was none the wiser of the issues that was going on behind the scenes until you brought it to the forefront. It's just weird. How did you address her in the text? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if y'all was cool, it should have been a conversation between y'all two. Why bring it to social media? I'm confused. I'm just confused. And then you throw the little shade at the end. Porsha's not a star. She's a Bravo celebrity. And so were you. Meanwhile, Porsha is in LA hanging with her best. I guess I'm just confused as to why Nene brought this to social media. Why? I mean, it's content for me, but I'm confused as to why. If you got the role and Porsha decided to bow out, what's more professional? You playing that role and killing the hell out of that role and it coming out and we would have known nothing about this? You and Porsha could have handled that behind the scenes, and we would have been none the wiser. But thank you for the content.
Disappointing video, but nonetheless, here goes. So earlier this week, I was told by my management company that the Netflix scripted series called The Upshaws were interested in casting me for a part. In Upshaws, it's Mike Epps and Wanda Sykes. Directing this particular episode is Kim Fields. I was excited to do it. It's a comedy. I love comedy. I used to have a comedy shot on the road. Some of you guys know. So comedy is something I love to do, and was really happy to do it. As the talks went on, we agreed upon whatever we agreed upon. I was to fly out to LA on Tuesday. They told me that Porsha William Badia was also playing in this particular series. She would be side by side with me. Excited. I haven't seen Porsha. We always have a good laugh when we see each other. So I was just like, okay, so me and Porsha are gonna kill this part. I get to LA on Tuesday. They tell me to go straight to the studios. I need to go into wardrobe. Once I got into wardrobe, I chosen to wear like this silver color. They showed me a picture of Porsha. They said Porsha's wearing something similar in color, and maybe I would choose something else because we were going to be, side by side doing the scene. No problem. I gave them a whole different look. They told me we were going to be having rehearsal. At rehearsal, I didn't see Porsha. There was a stand-in. We broke for lunch. We came back. We were going to do a whole run-through. I still didn't see Porsha. I'm just waiting to see Porsha, right? I'm excited to see Porsha. I'm like, I want to, wait to see Porsha on set. So I'm going to chop it up. So Porsha never came. We wrapped for the evening. I went back to my hotel. When I got to my hotel, production called me and asked me if I had any issues with any housewives because they were going to be recasting the other position. And I was like, oh my God, no, like what? And they were going to recast the position that Porsha was playing. I was like, what? Why? And they said, do you have any issues with Kim Zolciak, Cynthia Bailey, Marlo Hampton? And I was like, no, like I just saw Kim recently and we talked. I talked to Cynthia Bailey often. I talked to Marlo Hampton often. No, like they ultimately cast Cynthia Bailey and she was flown out to LA on Wednesday. We did the part together. I was later told that Porsha did not show up to work and had said that she did not want to work with me, that we had issues from the past, and she did not want to work with me. Let me take that in for a second. Listen, I am more than disappointed. Porsha and I have double dated a few times, okay? Okay. Simon had a birthday. We were all in Miami together. We hung out for the whole weekend to celebrate Simon's birthday. We all decided one weekend to go to Vegas to see Usher. We all went to Vegas to see Usher, couples. I was in Dubai. Porsha and Simon were in Dubai. We all hung out. Young and I have gone to Simon and Porsha's home to hang out, party, drink. My son came over, brought hookahs. We ate African food, had a great time. Of course, Porsha had a wedding, and I'm at her wedding. I've seen Porsha in Atlanta out. We've laughed and talked. I am shocked that Porsha would go to a production company and I am shocked to hear that Porsha would go to a production company and say that she doesn't want to work with me because we've had a lot of issues in the past. What lots of issues that we had in the past? Mind you guys, I've been a housewife in over 4.5 years, okay? Besides that, as black women, okay, when you call a black woman angry, difficult, we've got problems, I can't work with them on set, that is a death trap for a black woman in the industry. We don't have any issues that we can't work together. We are professionals. We get on set and we work together and do what we got to do. Your issues in the past, if you had to pick a housewife, it certainly wouldn't be with me. It would have been with Kenya. It would have been with Candy. Those were your major issues. We've had petty things. We're on a reality show. So we obviously are going to have some sort of issues, but we've not had anything where we could not work together. I'm sad and disappointed that Porsha would go to any company and say that she's had issues with me and we cannot work together. That is a lie. I text her. So it's not like I'm doing this video, I didn't text her. I text her. And she sent me a text back saying that she's going through her divorce and I didn't reach out to little sis. Are you serious? You and your husband were just happy and smiling in Dubai. I thought you guys were having a fight. And maybe you guys are going to get back together. I don't know what your personal business are. I don't want to be nosy, okay? I don't want to invade your privacy. Maybe you need some time. I don't know what you need. I was happy to see her and talk to her and chop it up then. I don't want to pry. Yes, Yanni and Simon are hanging out together, but that has nothing to do with me. I'm not hanging out with Simon. Yanni's hanging out with Simon. I can't change this relationship with that man. I wouldn't let him change my relationship with Porsha. It's disappointing. It's very disappointing that you would do that. It's very disappointing. And people need to stop. They need to stop doing that. That's not right. When Porsha and I were on Housewives together, she was divorcing her first husband, and I fought for Porsha to stay on the show. I went to production and talked to whoever I needed to talk to at Bravo to just put my 2 cents in that I felt like she should stay on the show. When she came off that couch, she was saying all kind of things. I got down on my knees and put my hand over her mouth so that she wouldn't dig herself into a bigger hole than she was already in. The bottom line is, Porsha did not want to share the spotlight. That's it. And professionals can share the spotlight. Porsha is not a star. She is a Bravo celebrity. Be clear. Mm-hmm.